Okay, tells me we're live. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, guys. If it works, this is Monkey in the Morning. I'm Ranting Monkey, and we'll be doing a show. If not, this will just be an exercise in futility, and I'll be exactly where I was before. So, for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, my Starlink died. The router went out again for the second time in the 4 years I've had it. They're sending me a replacement, but they're not sending it until the 28th. It's really funny because, all right, there's nothing funny about it because it just annoyed me that it happened again. But I was talking to Grok, and that's how you have to do things with Starlink because Elon Musk can't be normal. Now I got to talk to Grok to get it done. And in fairness, it was pretty simple to get it taken care of. But I had some follow-up questions about it. And as I'm talking to the AI, it tells me that it'll be shipped on the 28th. Well, I have an email that says it should arrive between the 28th and 31st. And I wait, that seems like weird timing. So I asked Grok, and they're like, oh, no. We just won't send it out on the 28th, but you should have it by the 31st. I was like, motherfucker, we'll just send it out now. Then they say, oh, we can't do that because fulfillment's an issue. Well, okay, just have whatever poor bastard is filling it slip me to the front of the list, man. Come on. But they didn't do that, and Lady Monkey works from home, so we had to figure out some other kind of thing to make this work. So we went to Verizon, and just recently, Verizon has made their home 5G internet available at my house. It's been available in my city for like a year, but like at my house specifically, it's been like 3 or 4 months. So anyway, we got that, and I'm that's what I'm using to talk to you right now, and hopefully it works. The only issue with it is it's got slower upload speeds, which could be a problem for streaming. So we're going to test it, including playing video and stuff, and see how well it works out. And again, if it works out well, we'll just make this a normal show for the day and then get back on schedule. So, hi guys, how have you been? I thought I was going to die yesterday, you guys. You guys ready for a really fucked up story? Oh, fuck. So I'm upstairs with Lady Monkey yesterday morning, and we're talking, and she opens the fridge and she reaches for this bottle of grape juice, and she goes, nobody's drinking this. And I was like, well, shit, I didn't know we had grape juice. I'll drink it. No big deal. And okay, this is I don't know, like a liter bottle. I don't, what size are those things? It's not the big gallon one, but it's the like juicy juice size. Oh, hang on. Jack's coming in. This is good because I do need testing with this too. Hi, Jack. How you doing, man? Jack? Uh, Jack's out in the field. We're waiting for the satellite uplink. Hello.
I'm here now. Yay.
Hi, Jack. How you doing, my friend? Uh-oh.
I'm okay. How you doing?
Pretty good. Did you answer as soon as
Yeah,
you
we
heard?
got a lag.
That could be an issue.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I'm using Verizon, so this could be an issue. I am still getting the Starlink. I won't have that until the end of the week though, so we'll see. We'll see what we can do. So anyway, guys, I tell Lady Monkey I'll just drink that, and I grab it and I bring it down to my office with me, and I'm drinking it and chugging it. It's so good. Oh, I love grape juice. Always have, always will. I drink grape juice to the point where I hurt my stomach with it. And I'm drinking it, and this quart thing or whatever it is, it's only when I first start drinking it, it's maybe 3 inches below the top. Like somebody had one glass out of it. And at this time, it's down to where there's not even enough left in there for an 8 ounce glass. And so I take a big old swig of it, and I feel something enter my mouth. Um, Yeah, it apparently had something in it, which I immediately spit back out. And yeah, I was like, oh great, I just drank all of that. I'm gonna die.
It's just a little botulism. Come on. Did it
Luckily,
scurry away?
no, I spit it back in, locked it down, went up to show Lady Monkey that this is what's gonna kill me, and threw it in the trash. So luckily, it's been almost 24 hours since that happened, so I don't think I'm gonna have any negative reactions. So
Gestation period 48 hours.
yeah, I was it white? Yes, actually it was. So I don't know what that means. Anyway, Jack, how you been, my friend?
I'm all right. Been busy. Had a few important things come up.
Yeah, I saw your one post.
Yeah, I had a really bad day yesterday. Yeah, it was not. I was just angry by the time I typed that, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm going to bed." But yeah, my aunt's oxygen machine wasn't working quite right, so I was troubleshooting that. And then I went over to another aunt's house and hung out with her for a minute before I came home. And by the time I did all that, because it's a long story, but I ended up missing playing Cards with Frosted, and I kind of spaced on it because I was in the middle of tinkering with this machine. Because apparently I'm an expert on old people devices now, and I was totally guessing, but it seemed to work. It was the same type of model my mom and dad had.
Oh, gotcha.
So I was able to kind of figure it out, and it magically started working. So other than that, the old folks are doing pretty good. I got some free meal out of it, but I missed playing cards. The cat's mad at me. She peed somewhere, and she puked by the door. That was fun to find out. So yeah, it's just normal day-to-day shit.
Cirque says that's called scoom. It's a live bacteria. You should be fine, monkey. I found it less gross when I didn't know it was called scoom. That's just so nasty. That sounds like a euphemism for ejaculate.
It's very similar to scum.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, I was worried about it, and then I thought about how I eat, and this is true. When I was in high school, on payday, we would almost always have pizza, and I would order one extra pizza, and I would keep it under my bed and eat it throughout the week. That's a real thing I did. My stomach actually probably is like tempered to take the worst shit you could possibly eat because I have always ate really like I should have died a long time ago from botulism.
Yeah, you're kind of a marvel of medical science, I think.
I am. Yeah.
They're going to do studies on you.
Well, that's true. It'd be like, so like dad would get paid, let's say it's a Monday, because he was in the military. So he got paid on the 30th and 1st and 15th. But let's just say it's a Monday. And like Friday, I'd be finishing it off and it was under my bed the whole time. I didn't put it in the fridge. I was too lazy to go downstairs.
Dude, that's fucking gross.
It was good, man.
How did you not have bugs?
It takes longer than a week to get bugs, apparently, at least in my house. That's how clean the rest of the house was. Bugs couldn't even find my under the bed pizza.
Wow. That is impressive, actually.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. Oh, yeah, dude, I was working on videos. It's a good thing you sent me the link when you did because a video just finished processing that it took 4 hours to do. So I didn't want to like cancel it 5 minutes left, but yeah, I got some new videos done for Roll for Sanity. So guys, check that channel out because I really need I can't say that, can I? I can't. Yeah,
you can say you need it. You just can't tell them to go watch it only for watch time. Go watch it because you're interested, guys.
Yeah, if you like board games and whatnot, go check it out.
Yeah, you're still allowed. This is something because some people try to game the system. You are still allowed to promote your other channels and stuff. And you can even say what your goal for it is, but as long as your goal for the audience is for them to be entertained by watching it, you're fine.
Well, that's why you do a channel, isn't it? To entertain an audience?
No, not everybody. A lot of people these days, especially the AI sloppers, they're just doing it to try to get money.
Fuck you, India. But yeah, so yeah, I was working on that channel and but put a lot of extra work into it to try and get the watch hours before they double it. So yeah, I wanted to do some shameless whoring. Links in the description should be for the channel. But yeah, shameless plug.
Real quick, Dangerous says they had to admit his dad to the hospital. I hope he's okay, bro.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to my brother today. He has to have one of his saliva glands removed.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know that was something they did. Apparently he got stones in his saliva gland, and I'm like, the fuck? Which is better? The doctor told him it was either stones in his saliva gland or lymphoma. So
God.
Of the two, having to have a saliva gland removed is probably the better. So yeah, he's got to go in and have surgery for that. Connect, thank you so much. Basic Logic Democracy Debunked. I have no idea what that's in reference to. Is this about my post about women? Because we'll get to that in a minute. God, that crazy bit. We'll watch a video. Okay, Jack, this is a test stream. Guys, this stream could go down at any time. Just please understand that. I was going to do this test stream yesterday. I woke up at like 11, and by 3, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a test stream. And then the internet went out for like an hour. It would come back on for like half a second and then go back out and come back. And I was like, maybe I won't. Turns out Verizon does their maintenance stuff between 3 and 4 in the morning.
Yeah, that figures.
Yeah, it happens. So we do have to test a lot of stuff to see how well this works. Because I mentioned earlier the upload speed for a streamer. It's kind of funny when you're talking to somebody about getting internet because words mean different things to different people. So I'm talking to the guy at Verizon and I'm like, what are the upload speeds on this? Can I stream? And he's like, of course you can stream. And to him, streaming is watching Netflix. I'm like, no. I mean, I need to put stuff out into the ether. How fast does it upload? And he told me 100 megabytes per second. I'm like, that's not true. No, there's no fucking way. Upload speeds are never that fucking fast. And actually testing it, it looks like it's doing about 17 megs per second, which isn't horrible and should be doable, but I don't know how well video will play. So we're going to watch something stupid. And in this case, it's about the Reno fires. I don't know if you're paying attention to this, Jack. Somebody started a big ass fire out in Reno.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But I'm watching this news story about it. And I don't really care what this woman is saying. After the first sentence she says here, well, the first 2 sentences. I'll just play it here.
I want you to take a look at this video here. You can see all of those wins that Dennis was mentioning. They are pushing firefighters.
All right. How well did that come through?
Came through okay for me.
Can you guys see it? There's no stuttering or anything. I hope not, because you heard what she said, right? Watch this so you can see the wins.
Or you could see all the wins that Dennis was mentioning. They are pushing fire.
Go ahead.
All right, stuttering now. Connect said that super chat was about a video that he sent you.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out. All right, we can silence her for the rest of this. So remember, we're watching the wins. This is, hey, I want you to see this. And she says that, and well, see all that wind, Jack?
Is it blowing the police lights back and forth? Because I don't see any wind.
You get a
none of those trees are. Oh, fuck
right
off!
there.
That tree's barely moving.
We do get a little bit of a better shot here in just a second. Like here, see now you can actually see the grass moving some.
Yeah. Oh, a gentle breeze through the valley. Oh noes.
She's like, look at these winds. Look at these winds that are blowing this fire everywhere.
If you're
like,
making statements like that, it better look like the Wizard of Oz, in which Dorothy's going to Oz for the first time, and you see the old lady on the bicycle. Do, 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 do.
I grew up in Virginia Beach, so we had like hurricanes and tropical storms coming through. Those are winds to me. Those are winds you talk about. Or even up here, we get some pretty massive windstorms where like we have these really tall pine trees and they bend so far. I'm like, oh, that fucker's gonna break.
Yeah.
And this how airless is Reno that is considered like massive winds?
Yeah, you would never survive the Great Lakes if that's the case. Like, or any coastal area ever.
Fuck. At that, is tumbleweed even able to be moved by winds like this?
It's chugging along at a good moping pace, I guess.
And the fucked up part, because I was watching this the same way I watch everything. I'm doing something on the other screen and I'm listening, and she mentions that, and my natural curiosity to watch things that are fucked up kicked in, and I turned over here to look, and then this is what I was greeted with. And I was like, she did say these are the winds. I want you to watch this video. That's what she said. I want you to watch this video of these high winds. That one with the tree, I mean, that one little branch is barely moving side to side.
Yeah, this is not a clip I'd put in your portfolio reel, lady. Yikes.
Oh, it's a good thing she's pretty, man. Oh, damn. That's the kind of stuff that amuses me, guys. Sorry. But it's our press, right? She's part of the press, and now she's lying to me about the wind and gave me proof that she's lying.
Be afraid of a summer breeze.
Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, so yeah. Hopefully that video came through okay. And yeah. I'm getting 168 megabytes upload, 322 download right now. Nice, very nice. Okay, when I said no way you're getting 100 megs and nobody does, I apologize. I should have said in my area. Because yeah, that's not possible in my area. Not when everything is basically phone lines or satellite.
Oh my god, Shio reminded me of something he had sent me. Do you know what they're calling that Lindsay chick? Lindsay Clancy, is that her name?
No, what are they calling her?
They're calling her George Floyd.
I don't get it.
Floyd's a slang term for chicks now.
Oh,
really obnoxious ones. So it's play on George Floyd, obviously.
Sure. But yeah, I didn't get what the Floyd was, so that meant nothing to me.
I thought it was hilarious.
It probably is in context.
Everybody's showing off their fancy speed now. Everybody at the Palisade said, "Oh, fuck off!" Right?
I heard Georgia Floyd. That could work too.
Yeah.
If they aren't calling her a cunt, it's the wrong term. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, should we go into the Lindsay stuff? Should we make fun of this lady real quick?
I don't care.
Might as well, because we're doing video anyway. This video led me to put out onto Twitter that this is why women should be allowed to vote, but it shouldn't count. I don't know if I'd ever put that on Twitter before. We'll see how long it takes for it'll depend on if Elon, likes his baby mamas today or not, or whether or not I get a timeout for it. Are you allowed to say women shouldn't vote on Twitter these days? I honestly don't know. I know back under the old regime that would get you kicked off quick. They'd be like, "How dare you say we suck?" But anyway, this is well, it's a crazy white bitch, which should go without saying.
Well, the big boogly problem glasses kind of tell you that she's an issue.
I don't know how much sun exposure this woman gives because she looks pretty white, but there's going to be like parts of this where you can see her chesticle area here where she's got the skin of like a 90-year-old woman. Bitch, you need to drink more water. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't drink water. She's got the worst skin I've ever seen on a young woman because she only looks like she's like 30, I say 33.
Those cheeks are pretty sunken in. I don't know.
Well, when you are anorexic, like if you're trying to pick up Jack, you're gonna look older unless you're Asian. Because white chicks who are super skinny always look older.
Well, I mean,
I'm just
Asian
saying.
chicks are where it's at.
But anyway,
Every one of us that have roots that go back to the Salem witch trials, we are freeing our ancestral bloodline by coming together for Lindsay Clancy.
Yeah, you're right. Her skin does look kind of unnaturally wrinkly.
she's
That pause game, though.
She's invoking the Salem witch trials. Because this happened in Massachusetts, don't you know? She's going to tell us that in a second. That's why it happened in Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah, because modern day witches.
These three kids had to die because of the Salem witch trials.
What?
That's why that shit is happening in Massachusetts. It's happening right near Salem. We are coming together and not letting our sister go down for a crime she didn't commit. And
But she did commit it.
This is the part of the defense that is really annoying me. Any defense of Lindsay is retarded, and I don't want to hear it. I mean, you can say it to me, but I'm going to make fun of you and call you retarded.
As you should.
But the ones who are like, she didn't do it. You do know the bitch confessed, right? That her entire defense is built on the notion that she did it, but it's not really her fault.
Well, she's just a girl monkey. Obviously, a man did it and put her up to it if she was forced to do it.
But you saw what I was talking about with the chest, right? She got like chicken skin.
Yeah, she's got really bad skin. I don't know why. She doesn't look that old in the face.
No, and
Maybe she's like one of those witches that like just the collarbone and up doesn't age and everything else gets all like Portrait of Dorian Gray.
Yeah, because it's not even like just being skinny will cause this. I'm guessing she's malnourished, and that's why it's like this. Because your skin shouldn't look like that, even if you're skinny.
No, that kind of premature aging. Maybe she used to tan a lot.
Yeah,
that's do it.
That's the other guess I had, because she's definitely not tanning now. That is a white bitch.
Yeah, she's really pale, and generally I don't mind that. Like facially, she's okay looking, except when you pause. But that skin is that's really badly aged.
Aaron asked if I think she should be eligible for the death penalty or life imprisonment. In all seriousness, I think she should be eligible for the death penalty. My perfect world, we would just throw her out of a second-story window every week until, God takes over. I'm just trying to, make her wishes come true. Bitch jumped out of a second-story window to kill herself. How fucking retarded can you be?
I mean, some people just aren't, good planners, I guess.
Hang on one moment.
Hi, everybody.
You have to land just perfectly to kill yourself from a second-floor window.
I mean, you could break your neck, but statistically, you're more likely just to break something.
Yeah, and especially if she dove head first, I mean, chances are you're just going to wake up paralyzed, which is exactly what happened.
Yeah. Or maybe retarded because if, you get traumatic brain injury or something.
She started retarded, so I don't think that's going to, be
yeah.
a real worry. She jumped out of a second-floor window to kill herself. That's retarded.
Didn't even have the pride to like get a ladder out and climb on the roof. It's just sad.
Anyway, back to crazy bitch here.
Time she didn't commit, and if somehow it was possible, which it's not, it is literally not possible. The timeline isn't possible.
You might want to tell Lindsay that because she certainly thinks it is. It's not possible that she did this thing she said she did. Apparently, maybe this chick has been talking with Candace Owens and she has some inside knowledge about how the Jews actually changed the timeline to make it look like Lindsay killed 3 kids and jumped out of a window and then confessed. I don't know how that works exactly. It's literally not possible, except it's literally what happened. I don't know what to say to people like this.
You can't convince these kind of cultists. They're dumb.
This isn't a case like, what is the West Memphis 3, where they're like, they were just bullied into confessing. The bitch like almost immediately confesses. There's no question about what happened here. But it's impossible because I'm insane.
It's not true. It's impossible.
I just had Luke, when Vader tells him that he's his dad, flash in my head. It's not true.
That's where I was going to. It's impossible.
To create hypothermia, even if it was possible, we are still coming together in love and support for that woman.
Come together.
Right. You just said it's not possible, which if you believe that, you are retarded, but at least then your defense of Lindsay makes sense. Your support of Lindsay makes sense. You think she's being railroaded. But when you say, even if it is possible, we're still supporting her, you're just a bad person. Because to you, it doesn't matter whether or not she killed her kids. All that matters to you is woman. She is our new hero. Even if she did kill her kids, I still like her because I'm a moron. Her husband manipulated security cams for an alibi. Yes, that's what happened. He went to pick up the dinner she wanted, verified by text. She's the one that asked for it. He went to pick that up. And he asked them while he was there, hey, could you change the timestamps on this so it looks like I was here instead of killing my kids, which I just did. There's no, this isn't like the Karen Reed case where there's actually such a vague set of what circumstances that you can see what you want in the case. This is clear cut. The bitch killed her kids. And they're like, but it's a woman. Anyway.
The rise of
Girl
the
power.
matriarchy is here.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Coming together in love and support for that woman. The rise of the matriarchy is here.
Did she say rise of the matriarchy?
Uh-huh. Which apparently comes with killing kids. And
Well,
not in the traditional way of doing it before they pop out of the womb, afterwards.
Well, look, you still have to give Moloch his donation, whether you like it or not.
So under patriarchy, women theoretically get paid less. Under the matriarchy, children get murdered. Which one do you think we should go with?
So that's a rough one.
Yeah, I don't like women getting paid less, you know? That's, man. And sometimes they're uncomfortable in offices because the AC is a little too high. And sometimes they can't put their bags all over the seat because a man is sitting in a way that doesn't squish his testicles. So maybe, I mean, it's just kids, right? They haven't even lived that long. So it's not like they're going to miss much.
Are they even human?
God, I hate these fucking people. All right.
The patriarchy's fucking dead. We will burn it at the stake.
Most witches were hung, for the record. One was crushed. And they were all innocent, by the way. So,
Do you know who caused the problem with the burnings? I'm gonna give you and the various other ways they killed witches. It was mostly women.
yeah, a couple of guys, but they were property owners, and the neighbor wanted their property. You know who the accusers generally were?
That's what I'm
Children.
saying.
No, the kids. See, the kids set the adults up. So I'm guessing this is revenge. That's why they got to kill these kids.
Gotcha. Why does she talk like she's experienced it? Because she's probably killed. Let's be honest.
Oh, I was thinking she's probably a Wiccan, or think she's a reincarnated witch from the 1800s.
Yeah, I haven't done any other research into her, but just from that thing, she's clearly one of those I cast a spell to keep Donald Trump from winning kind of people. All I'm saying is that bitch got crystals hidden in her vagina.
I don't think they're hidden. I think they're penis shaped.
She's got crystals all over her house, and she probably like has incense burning as we speak.
Yeah, normally that's the type of chick that'll put out for me. So I'm a little conflicted right now.
Oh, I'm that chick. I'm guessing allegedly. I have to say all those things. That bitch puts out before a first date is all I'm saying.
Dare to dream. Although with that skin, I don't know. Have to just do.
I mean, stuff. You have her stay dressed and you do it and you be like, no, this is my fetish. I like having sex with clothes on.
I mean, I've done weirder shit. So,
I mean, who hasn't just unzipped and put it in? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I do. Check your slabs, buddy.
Me? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I think I remember hearing the little ding just a second ago. Sorry about that.
That was the smoke alarm. Don't listen to him.
When we went to Verizon to get the router that we use now, I finally updated my phone. I had a Pixel 4, and apparently the Pixel 11 came out just the other day. And yeah, they gave free upgrade to it, and literally my bill went down getting the new phone. My old phone had a problem where it didn't give me notifications when like my wife would text me. She used to think she'd get really mad at me. She's like, "Why are you ignoring my text?" I'm like, "I didn't know I had one, honey." And she finally experienced it and stopped being mean to me about it. But this one actually gives me notifications, and I'm getting really fucking annoyed at it.
You can shut most of them off.
No, I can't, because now my wife is excited because she knows I'm going to get all of her texts as soon as they come through.
Ha.
It's like, damn it, I want my old phone back.
You know what I get texts from? Bill collectors. That's it. Occasionally my sister. And I ignore most of those too. And I know she's listening. So, yeah, I don't care. She knows I ignore
her. Thank you so much, Bald Potato, who says, I'm pretty sure it went female, femoid, kind of like android, foid, etymology with your antagonistic neighborhood Aussie. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. No, I'd never heard the term, but especially if that's the evolution of how the word came out. Yeah, that makes sense. Stop ignoring. I'm not ignoring it. How dare you?
Interesting factoid I learned today.
What's that?
Did you know Australia's Highway 1 is 9,000 miles long?
I didn't know Australia had a Highway 1.
I didn't either. I learned that today. I thought it was interesting. I was watching, there's this guy, Aussie Man, who he's Australian, obviously, and he does these like little things where he does like joke voices over animal videos.
Yeah.
And then the next one was some like factoid thing that wasn't one of his. And it was talking about the Highway 1 going all the way around Australia. It's like the longest single highway in the world. It's like
Huh.
9,000 miles long, could take you up to 3 months, and you have to cross a ferry if you want to drive the whole thing to get to Tasmania to drive the last couple hours. Crazy.
Huh.
Yeah, I was like, that's awesome.
Oh, over on Rumble, we got a trolley dude named Whites Unite Worldwide.
Oh,
Says Team White Unite. You know who was white? Stalin. And I don't like people like him.
oh, maybe Whites Unite is a bleach company.
I could be, like keeping your socks together so you don't have to wear mismatches.
Yeah, it's the only place where segregation keeps you from looking weird.
Anyway, yeah, go find those whites you want to unite with. Am I the only one who thinks that the whole white power movement's, like, besides being stupid, like incredibly gay? You ever notice there's no women in there? Like
there's
when they
very
get together,
few.
it is a sausage fest.
Yeah, it's usually girlfriends that get dragged into it. I did know a neo-Nazi chick. I was trying to bang her for a little while there. Don't ask. I had a phase. But yeah, they're very rarely actually committed to what they claim is their cause. It's usually their boyfriends or husbands. You get a
They're
few,
always-
but
They're always hanging out with dudes. Like, even if you say that she was a neo-Nazi chick, I guarantee you she wasn't going to like the rallies and shit they have.
not
She's
unless
like,
she was dragged there, I imagine.
yeah, no, it's guys. It's like, let's go hang out and
Yeah,
talk
it's an
about how
excuse.
angry we are.
Yeah, it's angry young people usually that just want to drink and break stuff. And you
And
can do
butt
that
hump
with
each
like a
other.
tractor pull or a NASCAR rally.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's not like they're getting together to watch sports, because like a sporting event is largely a sausage fest. But
Yeah.
you're not there because of all the other dudes. You're there watching the game. These guys are just like, I want to go look at an angry man yell.
Oh.
Okay. I mean,
Maybe they're all Eagles fans. I don't know. They trash Philly every
no,
weekend.
they'd be way angrier.
Yeah, those guys are, man. You put some neo-Nazis against some Eagles fans, I might put money on the Eagles fans.
Speaking of Eagles fans, the new season of Always Sunny started, and it is off with a bang. Fuck.
Oh yeah,
Yes, it is.
I'm still a few seasons behind. I get caught up, but I haven't had a chance to. I don't have cable anymore, so I have to watch it at someone else's house
Gotcha.
or buy it off Amazon, and I'm not buying them because I'm poor.
Now the first 2 episodes have been released already, and they're pretty good. Part of last season was a drag. It was almost like they were trying too hard at times.
Yeah.
But this one started off pretty good.
Oh, excellent. Well, it's nice they got back in the rhythm. I hate it when they just kind of drag it past its life point,
Well, I mean, the show itself has had like 2 or 3 lulls and 2 or 3 really high points. So, it happens.
Yeah, there's always an ebb and flow to all TV shows, but that one's consistently entertaining for me, at least. There's only been a couple episodes where I'm like, nah.
Danger said fucking SPLC. Even when funding the Nazis, they pay women less.
Right?
Well, that's just, you get what you pay for is what the thing is, right? All right. Anyway, what else did I have that I wanted to talk about? I was asked about the shoe on head video, and I'm not sure how well the video was doing, so I was actually going to go through some of this. She has a new one called MAGA Was Right, We Were Crazy. Are Democrats okay? And I know I watched this, but I can't remember if I agree with her all through it or not. But I'm lazy, and one, I wasn't expecting this to go as well as it was, so I didn't plan a lot for the show. So we will check that out in a little bit. But before that, we got to talk about some Superman again, Jack. Because I watched a dude who had a video like, "What's wrong with the DCU?" And he's like, "Superman was a great movie." I was like, "Oh fuck, all right, sure."
Lawrence,
And
okay.
then he says, "But the crack started to show with Supergirl."
The
And he
crack
tells
started to show with Peacemaker.
Oh no, Peacemaker's pretty good, according to him. It's real good, man.
At least.
But his problems with Supergirl are what makes me laugh. Is that he is the biggest Supergirl fan ever. It's his favorite character.
Oh, fuck off.
And the reason he likes her is because she's never just been the female Superman.
Somebody skipped the 70s and 80s.
You do realize she came into being in 1950 fucking 9. She wasn't a hard drinking bitch slayer back in the day. She had a slightly sadder story than Superman, but because of not just the morals of the day, but literally the comic book standards of the day, she couldn't be edgy. Edgy wasn't a thing in 59 comics.
No, and then the comics code shortly after that, which kept you from doing a lot of the deviant shit they do now.
Yeah, she doesn't turn into what's basically the modern iteration of her. I looked this up until around 2004 when they relaunch her, because she disappeared for literal decades, guys.
Yeah, they brought her back as effectively a super whore.
And they brought her back to be dark and gritty. And he's like, "This is what I love about her." I'm like, that's the character they gave you, shithead.
Yeah. Hang on real quick. Thank you, Frank. Have you heard about the recently discovered poetically serial killers out of Philly, son Eugene and father Raymond Horsch? The dad wrote horror books, one of which seems to have been a confession. The son was arrested, leading them to finding out. I did not hear that, actually.
Me neither.
I'll have to look into that. Thank you, Frank.
Send me those names on DM if you would.
Yeah, sure.
Because that's one I'd like to look up. I have a weird fascination with serial killers. I watch I don't watch Netflix documentaries because I'm not looking to jack off. And they're like, "Look how awesome this serial killer was." But I love like the casual criminalist, but the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, "Kill that fucker. I hope he dies." I'm interested in them to watch their fall, hopefully in a very violent way. Like there was one I was watching the other day where the guy, he shot a bunch of people, and then they just found him dead. He shot himself. I'm like, well, that was too quick. I want my serial killers to die slowly and painfully, like a gut shot, that kind of thing. Or like he tries to blow his own head off, but he misses, so he just slowly dies out retarded. You know what I mean? Is that wrong?
No.
I just feel like that's what they deserve. But I watch for the downfall of them, and I'm interested in those kind of things. So yeah. Anyway, Dexter style. I like Dexter, especially the first couple seasons, but I like Dexter's brand of justice, except he kills them too quickly. He doesn't make them suffer. He scares them, I guess, if they know they're about to die. But I mean, and probably you can't get away with that even in modern day on television, even if it's on like Showtime, where like if he slowly cut them up while they were still alive. But he just jammed a knife into their chest. So yeah, I guess. I'm going to end up on a watch list if I keep talking. All right.
You and every housewife on earth.
They're smart enough not to talk about how they'd rather it be more violent. I need that to be more violent and painful. Anyway, so here's the shoe on head. Have you watched this?
I don't think so.
ER disaster. That was the last few years.
Hang on. Apparently
So my last video was about woke one, a new phrase coined by leftists and Democrats online that is being used to distance themselves from the terrible PR disaster that was the last few years for the left in America.
I've seen this woke one thing, and I do need to I have some disagreements with this. Real quick, Connect. Thank you. Dexter is overdone. How do you mean overdone? You don't have to donate to answer that question. Just what do you mean by overdone? I do know the books, because like the books have a supernatural element to them, where the show doesn't really go into that. Frank, thank you. There's not a lot of info yet. The dad died a couple of years ago. His mugshot looks straight out of The Hills Have Eyes. The son is definitely cocaine meth dealer. Was arrested in June. The little info out is really odd. Well, that's usually how those things start. And then oddly enough, they get even more odd as you learn more information about them. So yeah. Pause game. I'm undefeated. I am undefeated. There are like 12 different Dexter series now. There's Resurrection, there's whatever the origin one. There's like, actually, I know you're just throwing out a number, but I think there's like 5 total. The original series, I don't know why they made the prequel series, because all of that is pretty much laid out in the first season of the show. Actually, first 2 seasons of the show.
Oh, I can tell you why.
Money.
It's 2 words: cash grab.
Cash grab. And people seem to like it enough, but I have, but still haven't watched the latest series. Anyway, about this whole woke one thing, she said the PR disaster that was woke one. Woke one wasn't a PR disaster. Even today, I mean, these people aren't apologizing for the things that they say. They are trying to distance themselves as things like medical science becomes relevant again. But
for now.
But for them, none of these people, it's a joke. I mean, she's going to play a clip of AOC in a little bit, and I know she played it. I don't know if she played it in the last one. But anyway, where AOC is like, woke one was crazy. She doesn't say it was bad or wrong or point out where they went, too far on stuff. It's just like, it's crazy, you guys. Like it was some drunken party she was at. The whole narrative around it is still the same, is that, you've got to be more accepting. They really haven't even changed the rhetoric. They're just trying to make it sound like they've evolved in some manner. Show me where. Show me what has changed about what they believe. If anything, they've gotten more radical as they further embrace their commie bullshit and actually are more open about it. So the idea that it was a PR disaster is just wrong. The reality is it's still the way you even see conservatives where they're like, no, that's you're pushing a line there. You're pushing a line there. Anyway.
Nancy Pelosi kneeling in full African garb to honor George Floyd? Why, that was just woke one. And how, in my opinion, that was not woke one. And how woke one actually started in like 2012, 2014 with.
This is what we talked about with her last video. She's young, Jack.
Yeah, I know.
The original woke stuff actually starts back in the 60s. It really kicks off in the late 80s, which leads to what she thinks is woke one. We called it political correctness back in my day.
Yeah.
Gamergate, Me Too, Tumblr era feminism, the whole pre-Trump era wokeness, before it was even called woke. And I talked about how.
And again, timeline. Sweetie, you're not wrong about it being woke at that time too. And they've just this is what commies do. They just change the name of something. They keep it the same, but they change the name.
Oh yeah. Like it's not retarded, it's developmentally disabled.
Yeah. You remember before developmentally disabled, it was mentally challenged.
Yeah, cognitively disabled,
Yep.
cognitive impairment. They had a litany of them they were workshopping.
I have tapeworms older than her. You should probably get those removed, homie.
But he's attached now. They're like pets. They're part of him.
And for the record, I mean, she brings up Me Too and keep her name. So, oh no, Me Too. Please understand, before Me Too, you had that chick who's like, all penile sex is rape.
Oh God, yeah. That ugly fat bitch.
You had Dworkin, what, back in the 70s?
Yeah, late 60s, early 70s, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the culmination of shit that's been around for quite a while.
You could take that all the way back to the founder of Planned Parenthood, honestly.
Oh, yeah. The notion that any of this shit came, this is when it started. I mean, it really didn't. It's been around. It did catch fire, and the internet is a big part of that. It grew exponentially faster than it had been.
Yeah.
But this is all shit that, I mean, these were people who were on the news, who would do talk show circuits. That none of this shit that came, the 2010 era was new.
Yeah, moral nags have been around for a very long time.
The whole thing with Gamergate blowing up might have been newer, but the idea that women were kept out of men's spaces and men were just misogynistic because they didn't want women around didn't start with gaming either. Anyway.
I don't want them to rewrite history and pretend this all started in like 2020. After uploading that video on Woke One, I thought I was free. That I would never have to hear the insufferable, delusional term Woke One ever again. I thought I could finally move on with my life.
You've been on the internet way too long for me to believe you actually thought that, lady.
Yeah, you're way more delusional than I ever would have guessed if you think that. Also, she's setting it up for I thought I was out, but they pulled me back in.
Yes. Hey, at heart, you got to be an entertainer to do this, and that's what she's doing.
Yeah, but she's setting it up like she's going to go all June Wick on them.
Ever again. I thought I could finally move on with my life. Yeah, I thought.
What do you make of those controversial statements I'm sure you've seen? I mean, she's, the Thanksgiving dust up, abolish prisons, abolish police.
Francesca Hong has made clear her present stances to her electorate.
Yeah, she's moved away from a lot
Right,
of that.
she's moved away from it. Of course.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. All she did was say, those are things that I thought she deserved to lose because she was a stupid, crazy twat. But she did the same thing all these lefties do. They never repudiate what they had said. Like, take Kamala Harris, right? Remember when she was asked, hey, you said that transgender people in prison should get their surgeries paid for by the taxpayers. Do you still believe that? And she said, I'm talking about today. I'm not burdened by the past. She never came out and said, no, I don't agree with that. She said everything except that. And that's the same thing all these lefties are doing. Mamdani did this. He's got posts that are Fuentes-esque. Let's say it that way. That if Nick Fuentes said it under the old regime, they would have kicked him off of Twitter. But if Mamdani had said it because he's a Muslim, they'd be like, it's okay to say that. They never actually be like, yeah, I was wrong. They never is like, well, I got further information. None of that shit. She's been very clear about what her modern stance is. No, all she said was, I'm going to give you free shit. Don't pay attention to the other shit I said. That's what she did. Good to see your router issues seem to be fine, Monk. They seem to be working okay, but again, this isn't I don't know if you've been here for the whole show. I'm not on the router that I need to be on. It seems to be working okay though. It would bring me endless joy if this router worked out so well that I could get rid of Starlink, because Starlink is like 3 times more expensive than this is. Frank, thank you. She's unburdened by what has been. Yeah, her whole slogan, Kamala's whole slogan was, "Don't pay attention to what I've said before. I'm unburdened by what has been." Anyway.
Rhetoric in that time is not rhetoric that we would use today. I have a
Notice she didn't say we don't believe that stuff.
Yeah, it's just, we're not going to say it anymore. We're not going
The
to use that
rhetoric-
rhetoric. We still have the same philosophy.
Yeah, there's a whole difference from what we believed back then isn't what we believe today, and the rhetoric we used isn't the rhetoric we would use today. Yeah. Policies are the same. Yes, exactly. But they're trying to frame this, the whole woke one thing, as though they've grown in anything other than propaganda. And it's so fucking annoying.
local city councilman that has this saying, woke one was crazy.
It's things like this that makes me question the sexuality of all of you who said she was hot. Because I think you like barnyard animals. I'm just saying.
We're not all Muslim, monkey.
She's hot. If
She's
you're on a first you're on a first date and the bitch looks like this when she laughs. Really? You're gonna
No.
tap that?
You're totally gonna get laid. What are you talking about? That kind of laugh? That's a I put out on the first date laugh.
Why?
That's please like me laugh.
I am a misogynist, so I have to make sex jokes. Sorry.
Well, look, AOC's unattainable. She's like the C team at the strip club.
AOC. No, never mind. She is available, guys. She's broke up with her boyfriend, and I was gonna do a segment on the Bill Maher thing, and maybe we'll do it tomorrow. But Bill Maher's new rule this last week was about dating in the workplace, because they're actually pushing a bill through Congress right now, where congressmen are not allowed to date anybody in there that works for them.
Oh my God, they didn't have that before?
They're going to make it a law. It shouldn't be a law.
I don't know. Some of those sex pests probably need it to be a law.
Sex pestery is already against the law.
Yeah, not for congressmen though. They're a special class of people.
The idea that you need to do this, because this all comes back to a dumbass notion, and I know some of you in the audience, and maybe even you, Jack, I just called you, I said you have a dumbass notion. It's true. The dumbass notion that you shouldn't date anybody you work for. He actually gives a statistic on it. Do you know, like, it's almost 46%, I think is what it was, of people met their spouse in the workplace?
Yeah, I see.
So-
I don't think it's necessarily unallowed. I think it can be a really terrible idea. Like, don't date somebody that you directly work with, because when it goes wrong, just from experience, you still have to see that person, and it's going to be weird for a really long time. And sometimes they throw things at you at random. But if they're in another department, or you only kind of sometimes see each other, it's not that big of a deal.
These days, the place people get together the most is at work. Where else?
Especially
are you
if
gonna
you're
meet
a
people?
kidnapper.
Yeah, you definitely. That's how you meet your wife. I met my wife way back in high school. For the record, I was in high school with her. I wasn't like outside. She's older than me. I need to put that on the record these days.
I have a big burlap sack I was trying to abduct people with.
I was watching through the window. No, but
You look really good through my binoculars.
and this isn't something just because of Bill Maher. I actually, as I'm watching, it's like, this motherfucker has got to be watching me. Because I've gone on this rant about the workplace relationships before. It's asinine to be like, no, you can't ever date them. Why?
Because HR gets jealous. They can't have happy people.
And you'll notice just a couple of days ago, we did a stream with the thumbnail that said HR needs to go. Because HR is the problem when it comes to this shit. And you know what it is? It's jealous bitches who aren't getting hit on. Because a lot of the times it's not even the girl who the guy's interested in who goes and tells. It's the other ugly bitch who's like, Tom keeps saying how pretty Becca is. And it's a very toxic workplace. And Becca's over there wet because Tom's cute and she wants to bang him.
Yeah, like we all know a couple guys ruined it for everyone because they got revenge on some bad breakup, and the chicks use that as an excuse to destroy this.
Women did it because those guys get taken care of. They always have gotten taken care of. Well, in my lifetime. Maybe if you go back to the 50s, that shit was happening on the regular. Do you remember the case that went really big about workplace sexual harassment?
Harvey Weinstein?
Nope.
Oh.
Clarence Thomas.
Oh, yeah, with the pubic hair on the Coke can. Thanks,
Clarence
Anita
Thomas
Hill.
is the one that kicks off the whole sexual harassment in the workplace. And it hinged on him mentioning that he liked Long Dong Silver as a porn actor. That's the entire horrible part there. Asking whose pubic hair was on his Coke, which was probably a joke, but if it wasn't, is a very valid question.
Yes. If there's a pubic hair on my Coke, I know it's not mine.
And he asked her on a date, and she said no, and he let it go.
Yeah,
That's
and
what it
because
was.
of that, you're not allowed to slap asses anymore.
And all of this shit happened when they worked at one department, and then when he moved, she followed him to the next department.
She sounds more like the bitter one than he does because she's trying to ruin his life with these stories.
That's where all of this comes from. Thank you, Dangerous. Many teachers meet their romantic partners at work. Yes, both legally and illegally.
We call that the Mary Kay effect.
Yes. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm laughing over here. I started laughing and it made me cough. Dude bro over on Rumble said, hee-haw, hee-haw. So I try not to read chat as I'm doing stuff. Oh my God. Well played, sir. Well played. Jack, will you talk for just a second?
Yeah. So you guys want to play a game of guessing how low her boobs are sagging now? No? Okay. She looks better than Christy Winters. That's not hard. Who said you would bang monkey? That was more of a hate bang kind of thing, I think.
Yeah, that was just an evil thing. How dare you? Anyway, back to Horseface here.
Yeah, make him fall in love with you.
I say back to Horseface. Rez is getting the shoe. Sorry, shoe. I meant AOC, not you.
Keever said people are being weird in chat. Isn't that every day, Keever?
Connect says Monk is Gen X who acts like a boomer. Well, thank you for the donation. I definitely act way more like Gen X. In fact, I just had an exchange with Adam Friended over on Twitter. He said something to the effect of the weird thing about right wingers is they don't understand, or they're for individual freedom, and that's what liberal means. He was responding to somebody talking about bad liberals, and I just point out, you know damn well what people mean when they say liberal. And he's like, "Do you need a trigger warning?" And by the time he sent that, I'd already forgot we even had an exchange, and I don't care. Like, do you think I'm mad because I responded to you? And he's like, you were upset. I'm like, I think you have me like confused with your generation.
Yeah, I tend to forget a lot of things that I say because I said it already. And it's time to move forward. So I don't really give a shit anymore. Like, I mispronounce words all the time, and when somebody corrects me, I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Was Long Dong Silver white or black? I believe he was black. I don't know. I've never actually seen the guy, but I'm pretty sure he was black.
I think so.
Anyway.
I'll look it up. Yeah,
We're
gotta put
pausing to
safe search
find out
back
if a
on.
porn star was white or black.
Yes, he was black and British.
He was wait. They found a British black guy to do porn. And this is what,
Right?
back in the 70s, right?
I don't know. He's only 66. He was born in 1960s. So yeah, late 70s, I assume.
Damn. Go on. Shio says very black. Is there a barely black? Because I do know what you mean by very. I had a friend in high school that I used to call Midnight. This is a real story. I to his face, I called him Midnight because he was that black. And he used to get mad about it. But we went out one night. One of our friends was moving away, so we had a going away party. And of course, at time you take pictures, you know, and not like modern day where you instantly see them because you need to remember what happened 3 seconds ago. You had to actually take your film somewhere, and you get it back in like a week. And we get the film back, and there's this picture of us standing in front of a fence. And the way that it's shot, our heads are all above the fence. It's a wooden fence, and it's at nighttime. And you see everybody except him. Him, all you can see is his eyes and his smile because he's against the black of night. And he blended in like a fucking ninja.
He went all Cheshire Cat on you.
He did. And I showed him the picture and started laughing, and he told me to fuck off. which by the way was the right response.
Yes.
He also admitted that maybe he was dark at that point.
Maybe, yeah.
I can hide in the snow. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. It's just, you know, some of us are whiter and darker than others. Anyway. Are Democrats okay?
Now, as an ex-AOC fangirl, I feel like I am well within my rights to say, not so fast, bitch. I watched.
I feel like, as somebody who has always hated AOC, I have more of a right to say not so fast, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You were on her side. I get what she's getting at here, but when she said that, I'm like, don't those of us who've been criticizing her the whole time have way more right to say that?
These people
No.
go from anti-establishment, fighting the man, become the most preachy, buck-broken, neutered HR department Karens in real time.
No, Buckbroken. We're talking back about Long Dong Silver again.
I just love the fact that she describes these anti-establishment. Maybe they were against the establishment that existed, but they're not against establishments as a principle. In fact, what they wanted was way more fascistic than the stuff they were telling us is fascism. That you thought that they were actually. America is way more socialistic, especially in what we call socialism in domestic policy. When we're talking about things like social safety nets and things like that, than the people who, like Mamdani and them, are like, we need to do more. You do realize that the federal budget, like 3/4 of it is spent on entitlement programs, right? That is the establishment, is giving people free shit on other people's dime. That's literally the establishment. And they're like, they were anti-establishment because they said they wanted free health care. Like, the fuck? What? And in fairness, she was a bit younger back then, but the brain is forming still. I mean, she's just getting the fully formed brain back then. But the whole notion, like, I'm anti-establishment. Well, what do you believe in? All the shit the establishment's doing, I just want more of it. You're not anti-establishment. You're just a commie.
time. I remember when she broke away from the Bernie Sanders campaign after he dared go on Joe Rogan. I watched this all happen, and I held on. I held on for a long time. Many would say too long, in fact. But this clip of AOC talking about woke one really solidified how I've been feeling for the past few years. In this video, I will be responding to AOC trying to walk back woke one, and what I can only assume.
Again, they don't try to walk it back. They have any one of them come out and been like, no, men are men, women are women. Have any of them come out and been like, no, black people do dance better than white people? Any of them? Women are weaker than men. Any of them? Any of them walk back this woke shit?
Let's not get crazy, monkey.
Is a desperate attempt to distance herself from the more crazy people in her movement before a future presidential run. Now, while
they're not the more crazy people of the movement. They're literally saying the same things that she was saying. Remember, this is AOC who, as we're watching people steal televisions, told us that they were only stealing because they were hungry. They needed bread. It's not like she's had some massive change of heart. She came up catering to that crowd, and she's trying to, it's not just her. They are trying to push that aside and hope you don't pay attention by changing the words, not changing the underlying theories. And it's what bugs me about this video is that Shu keeps talking about how they're trying to walk it back or distance themselves from it. But the distancing isn't in changing their thinking. It's literally all in the messaging.
politicians are out here trying to dodge.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Every time you pause it looks like she's having an O face.
I bet that makes her husband real happy. He's like, I am the man.
Accountability for things that they've said and done. The rest of us are out here figuring out how the fuck we're gonna afford anything. People are getting squeezed from every direction. Rent costs too much. Groceries cost too much. Everything costs too much. At this point,
Quas?
She's from that part of New York, man. At least she's not Bostonian, you know.
Or Brooklyn. I get the Brooklyn accent isn't that thick.
scared to open my wallet because I know it's going to be empty.
She's about to do an ad for that shitty small wallet everybody on YouTube tries to sell me.
Oh yeah.
I forget what it's called. Watch her thing so she can get the ad revenue from that. And if you're gonna buy one, buy it from her.
The video. Now, before we get into the real meat of this, the real juicy, this is the politician AOC and the interviewer are talking about. Francesca Hong is a progressive DSA candidate.
I don't know how. Hang on.
Get into the real meat of this, the real juicy, this is the politician AOC and the interviewer are talking about. Francesca Hong is a
She says Francesca. The way she says Francesca is really weird.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything because I was gonna be mean, but that was unusual.
It made me feel seen, Jack, because you know how much trouble I have pronouncing names.
I'm sorry, but if Andy Worski can say Francesca better than you can, you need to work on that.
Progressive DSA candidate who recently lost her primary. Francesca Hong has a few,
and she does it again. So she just thinks that's how you pronounce it. It's Francesca, sweetie.
No, it's Francesca.
They even said it in the clip that you showed of AOC. It actually had me worried that I've been saying Francesca wrong in this case. Because, I mean, Kamala is Kamala in DNC circles. You know what I mean? They like, no, my name is Timothy. You know what I mean? They decide that they're special and that there's a unique pronunciation of their name.
You tell him, AA Ron.
Yes.
Key and Peele sketch.
I love that fucking sketch. That is so
That is
great.
classic. I don't like the director guy. What's his name? Is that Peele?
Yes,
The one
I
that's
think
directing it. I don't like him, but they did have some funny sketches on that show.
As a person, I don't like him, but entertainment, I haven't seen any of his movies, so I can't judge that. But like when I've seen him in stuff, he's always been funny. But as a person, he's kind of a shitbag.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
All right.
Interesting tweets from 2020. Who among us does not? But most notably, one about wanting to cancel Thanksgiving. Cancel Thanksgiving. Should have done this in 1621. If it takes a worldwide pandemic for us to realize we should stop celebrating colonialism and the original super spreader event that killed indigenous folks and women, so be it.
If you honestly think that the 1621 bringing over smallpox, it was the original super spreader event, you don't know history very well to begin with.
Yeah.
Europe has some history they'd like to talk to you about.
Yeah, there was also a plague here in like 1490, 1491 that wiped out like 90% of the native population well before the Europeans came over. And honestly, I think it was the Chinese.
It probably was. I mean, they're the original Native Americans, let's be honest. What about scurvy? How dare you? How dare you bring up anything other than Thanksgiving should be canceled because shit that doesn't affect you and didn't really happen.
Yeah, let's not forget syphilis and gonorrhea. Those were brought over well before 1621.
Yep. I do also want to go on record as saying that I am fine with colonialism. I'm so tired of this. Colonialism is bad. Colonialism is why I am able to talk to you through a magical microphone and the airwaves. There is no tribal existence where you could do what we're doing right now.
Yeah. And human sacrifice is now largely a thing of the past in first world countries.
Colonization is so bad. All right, the movie I asked to somewhere that's never been Oh, you can't. You might be colonizing.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Much like Islam is doing to Europe right now.
Yeah, and they have no problem with that. When they're talking about colonization, they're never even talking about like the Roman Empire that did it, the Greeks. No. It's always the British coming to America. They're not even talking about the Spanish coming here. The Spanish colonized way more of the New World than the English speakers.
Oh yeah, that's why Central and South America all speak some form of Spanish or Portuguese.
Yeah. It's all from the Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah.
And
thanks, guys.
But what nobody's ever like they colonized Brazil. It's so horrible. They're always talking about here in America. Dumbasses. Anyway,
I would also point out that the Zulus that run South Africa right now are not indigenous to the area. There was another tribe there that got along great with the Dutch, and then the Zulus came in and killed most of them.
Yeah, Indian tribes were colonizing each other.
Yeah.
But no, they respected boundaries when they didn't actually believe in land ownership.
The Mohawks were cannibals.
I fucking hate these people.
Please don't gather for the colonizer holiday. Please.
By the way, this is one of the things where I'm talking about messaging. She hasn't changed what she actually believes, but now she actually came out during this campaign and like, Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday.
It's the only time her husband's allowed to colonize her.
Just a second ago, we read a tweet from her where the bitch is like, it's the original super spreader event. And it's my favorite. I love that they celebrate killing all those Indians. Oh, these fucking people. Oh. Anyway, sorry.
please do wear a mask. I forget that people actually speak like this, and it's not just like some conservative parody of liberals.
One thing that
Well, that's been part of the thing all along is anytime you point out the crazy shit liberals believe, they'll be like, no politician has said that. That's just some rando on Twitter. That they have 12,000 likes on that post in 10 seconds means nothing.
Nothing to see here. Half the time it's probably Hassan Piker.
Was that fuck you, Francesca? Collins has to live somewhere. Colin shouldn't be colonizing. I hate that we're about to watch this clip because it has two of my least favorite people in the public space.
Yeah, that chick looks really
Caitlyn.
bug-eyed. You
they
love
brought
that
up as
lady
well
a
was
lot.
I hate this woman. She's an idiot, and well, that's pretty much it.
Oh,
She's an idiot, and her mouth makes me believe that evil is real. All right.
Some conservative parody of liberals.
one thing that they brought up as well was a post from you in 2021 where you said Americans should cancel Thanksgiving, should have done this in 1621. Do you still believe that Thanksgiving should be canceled?
I'm a chef. Bringing folks around the table to share conversation and build community is always a good thing. But Thanksgiving is also a time that's incredibly painful for many people in our communities.
Don't get me wrong.
And she said that on Caitlyn's show before she goes on another show and says Thanksgiving is her favorite holiday. It's all that pain that it's causing other people.
I have a feeling she's one of those people that like you invite her husband to come over and he drags her along and she's like, and everybody hates her. And she's really annoying.
That's not clarifying positions. I agree. Tyrai, thank you. Didn't the Mongols use germ warfare against the Europeans? I want to say yes, but don't quote me.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that would use like hurl dead bodies of plague victims over castle walls.
Yeah,
Stuff
germ
like that.
warfare has been a thing for centuries.
Yeah, they didn't have to understand germ theory to understand disease spreads by, contact or being around a dead person because of the miasmas or whatever. Because they had a lot of goofy theories like bad air, but you could still hurl some bodies over.
I just love that. I'm a chef, so anytime you get people together, it's a good thing. But Thanksgiving causes pain. Have any of you, even once, other than, overeating, seen somebody on Thanksgiving just in pain? And not, it's kind of famous that you bring the family together. Uncle Joe drinks too much. There's a family argument. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like somebody sitting there like, I can't believe what the Indians went through. Or an Indian be like, I can't believe what we went through.
It's an Italian guy dressed like an Indian with tears coming down, looking at trash on the floor or something. No, it doesn't happen. Not normally.
I love the struggle session. They're putting these candidates through reading their old woke 1.0 tweets back at them. Like a dog that peed on the carpet. What is this? What is this? But the quotes in her.
But again, like right there, she didn't hold her to it. Do you still believe this? Did she answer whether or not she believed that Thanksgiving should be canceled?
I'm going to go with no, Monkey. Final
No.
answer.
This is the kind of dirty shit the press does. Because you might be what's the word? Not hypnotized, deceived. You might be deceived into thinking that Caitlyn was asking her a tough question there. Do you still believe this? It sounds like a tough question until you realize that they never make them answer that question. So then later on, when that question comes up again, you know what they can say? I've already answered that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all misdirection and obfuscation.
I've already answered that question. I was on with Caitlyn and she asked me that. I'm not going to relitigate it. Yeah, this is the kind of thing, if you pay attention to the press enough, you will pick up on. It looks like Caitlyn's being mean there, but she's not. She's actually setting her up to give her an out to never have to deal with it again. Anyway.
Replies from like Democrats and leftists on this were even funnier. Is it so hard to just say, no, I do not want to cancel Thanksgiving? Even if you do want to, just lie? Why is she?
This part of it is why when people like, I don't like people who lie, you vote for me. And maybe not this audience, because my audience is great, but in the general political world, it's like politicians, I like the honest guy. No, you don't. You want somebody who lies. Literally, these people are going, just lie to me. Just lie. That's who you want as your politician, somebody who will just lie. Really? I mean,
was going to go with the territory.
Politically speaking, yeah, just that the smart thing to do would be to lie. But as the constituent, you should be like, well, at least I know where she stands. I would much rather the bitch just come out and be like, yeah, I still think it should be canceled. I think it would be dumb, but at least she would be consistent, right?
Yeah. Real quick, two things. One, thank you, Tyrai. There was an episode of Buffy that showed Willow was in pain. Fortunately, Spike is the voice of reason. I like the one episode where Spike got caught like creeping around, prowling outside the house. And like, what are you doing lurking out here? I wasn't lurking. That was really funny. I don't remember much beyond that. I have to rewatch Buffy. Also, Keeverdam asked if Monkey mentioned that today is Aaliyah's 7th birthday.
I did not. I'll have to tell her happy birthday when I talk to her next. I get to talk to Aaliyah pretty often. We don't have very long conversations, but me and Satsu talk pretty often, and I often get to talk to her. She's so sweet. The way she says monkey is so cute.
Catering so hard to the fringe? Does she want to lose her election? Why can't she just lie? This woman is an optics nightmare. Just say no. Say it was a joke. Say it was woke one. Just lie, for fuck's sake. Just
see that comment right there is the only like truthful thing that I've seen the left say in a while. Just say it was woke one. Just say you believe different. Just say you believe different, because that's all you got to do is change the rhetoric, not the underlying principles, not the things you believe in. No. Just use different words.
We have a birthday in chat.
I just saw that. Chaos Gnome, is that what it?
Yes.
Chaos Gnome, this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday
to
to you.
Happy birthday, dear
Chaos Gnome.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday. I hope you have a good one.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday, Concretia. Yeah, I still hate that he did. I love Aaliyah. I love her name. I think it's very pretty. But he should have forced the issue and named that baby Concretia.
At least give her a middle name so we could say it.
Aaliyah Concretia. That's what it should be. That actually is kind of a pretty name. Aaliyah Concretia. That sounds like a warrior princess.
That sounds like a bad CW show.
That's what I said. Warrior princess.
Yep.
Anyway.
Fair.
say no. Just lie, please. No, she shouldn't lie, and she's not trying to cater. This is what she truly believes. And the people should know exactly what she believes. She has talked about
Agreed.
her half-white son, that he gives her, quote, proximity to whiteness.
I had not seen this clip that's just about to come up, and if you haven't, Jack, this is fucking unhinged.
It's very unhinged. I have seen this one. It is. It's what Pegasus would call diabolical.
Yes.
I wasn't always aware of the struggles of other communities of color, because for me, assimilation always kind of took over. And so I did marry. My proximity to whiteness continues, right? My son is biracial. He's half white and half Korean.
I love the hesitation. She's like, I married my child is half white.
Yep, don't mention you married a white man. But did you catch what she said in there? She wasn't aware of what other races go through because her assimilation always kicked in. It's almost like if you assimilate, there's not a problem.
Yeah, it's this weird holding on to things that happened hundreds of years ago that make you sad and bitter and lonely.
Korean is not a race. Yeah, I know, but that's what her son is half white, half Korean. This is, who was it? Tom McDonald's song is the one that made me think of this. I forget which song it is, but where he points out that we're supposed to know what all Asians are. Like, hey, you're supposed to be able to tell a Korean from a Chinese man. And like, wait a minute, but they look really similar. Nobody does that with white people. If you say white people, then excuse me, do you mean like Irish or German or Russian? What kind of white? How come you can't tell us white people apart? But yeah, the kid is white and Asian. That's what he is. Or if you want to go with the actual distinctions there, Caucasian and what is it, Mongoloid?
Right, that's from Mongolia.
There's three designations of humans. There's when it comes to doing this like anthropologically, there's the honkies, the black people, and the Asians. It's what's the white one? Because there's Mongoloid and Negroid. What's honky? I forget. Is it just Caucasian?
It's Caucasian, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he's Caucasian and Mongoloid. That's it. But no, and I'm a little offended she didn't say which Korean, because there is a difference between North and South Korea.
Well, she said Korean race, right? So she's kind of the Chinese and Japanese would disagree with her on that because they don't think the Koreans are people.
Thank you,
that's why they
Shio.
fight in their backyard all the time.
Caucasoid. That was the term I was looking for.
Yeah. See, if you look at Koreans, they either look more Chinese or more Japanese because that's where everybody was fighting for the longest time, was the Korean Peninsula.
Bro, I can't tell Asians apart. I know you can because you're way more in tune with the cultures and stuff, but to me, it's just like white people. The closest I can get to like identifying white people apart is like, oh, he's got red hair. There's probably some Irish in there somewhere. Or, oh, he's got a big nose. He's either a Jew or an Italian, you know?
Yeah.
Which I'm white, so I can point out those things.
Yeah.
Or the one that's a dead giveaway is like, that is one hairy ass white man. He's definitely Italian.
That's an Italian woman.
Yeah, when it comes to women, for the characteristics where I can pin down what they might kind of be, is like the redheaded women is like, that's definitely an Irish chick. Or oh, she's got really hairy arms. That is definitely an Italian.
Like dark hairy arms, she might be Greek.
Yeah, Shu, you say you're Italian. I've never seen your forearms. Let me see if you're really Italian. Show me them forearms. That's not right.
I pictured like her with Popeye arms and really thick black hair while she's eating pasta and wearing a Mario hat.
Anyway,
Can't even like bring herself to say it. Activists in the streets, colonized in the sheets. Many such cases. Also, Francesca Hong just like
yeah, like if I found out she was married to like Richard Spencer, I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it would. They're weird.
It's kind of amazing how like all the white supremacists end up with anything except white women, and all of the blue-haired lefty women like this who are of color tell us how horrible white people are, always end up married to white men. It's like this. They should just get together because they fit, you know, like white man feminist. But they never live up to their rhetoric when it comes to picking their partners.
Yeah, well,
just-
they're a bunch of hypocrites to begin with. So.
Yeah.
Hates all holidays, apparently.
Oh, let's go back because she doesn't read these.
Cases. Also, Francesca.
All right. So the first, in the car headed to Superior, I have about 30 minutes. Ask me anything and I'll try to answer. Only subject off limits is Halloween. Not my thing.
How do you
Yeah,
not
this
like
bitch just she seems to hate holidays.
Hong just like hate.
IT bro who was working on our computer remotely changed the background theme to snow and Christmas trees. I feel slightly attacked.
Why are you, Jesus, afraid you're going to get nailed to a tree? Or you were a bad kid and Santa's not going to bring you presents? What's your issue with that?
Yeah, Asians, they have words for Christmas even.
Yeah,
They-
that's when you go get KFC.
It's all holidays, apparently. This woman is.
Yeah, on the 4th of July, she tweeted out, I don't like fireworks. Oh. My daughter just texted me, said, Shu saying Fran Jessica is killing me. I know.
I
right?
know.
Love you, Munchkin.
It's really hard
Everybody
not
say-
to point it out every time, too.
Everybody say hi to Munchkin.
Straight up Grinch
Hi,
maxing.
Munchkin.
She's got a hate tweet for every fucking holiday, I swear to God. Except
I tried to catch that before. Don't look at the screen, Jack. Can you guess what holiday she likes?
Valentine's Day.
Kwanzaa.
That's not a real holiday. That's made up.
for Kwanzaa.
It says, Happy Kwanzaa to all those celebrating this time of togetherness and vibrancy in our culture. May this first day of unity be shared with love.
Yeah, later
Meanwhile-
I'm going to put up the Festivus poll.
Meanwhile, she felt attacked by a Christmas picture.
Ugh.
Jiraiya, thank you so much. Muslims would burn down Santa's workshop. Yes, they would. We need Lee Majors in there to save him.
Damn right. I so wanted that movie to be made.
I know. And they kind of tried to do that with what Red One Down or whatever. Movie a couple of years ago now, right?
Yeah, I didn't get to see it, but I know The Rock.
Me
was in
neither.
it.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know, go watch UHF. It's such a great movie.
It really is.
Of course. Why would she hate Kwanzaa? When asked how her long-term vision of a world without prisons would work, Hong said, "What I know is attainable, and the policies that actually meet the urgency of the moment and understanding the realities of it means we have to ensure that we're funding our local governments, that we're bringing justice to victims." She added, "What may have been aspirational is not primary. What
Unless you're executing every criminal that comes in your path, it's going to look like the Purge really quickly.
Faithless, yes, exactly. She didn't say anything. How would a world without prisons work? What we really need to do is fund the local government and make sure people get the justice.
Restorative justice.
Yeah, but what would you do with all the bad people?
Oh, no, they just apologize and say they're sorry and everything's right.
Yeah, but she won't answer because this is the kind of shit that doesn't make any sense. I actually saw a discussion of somebody really having this conversation with a liberal. It's like,
Yeah.
how would a world without prisons work? And she was like, well, I mean, I don't really answer hypotheticals.
It's your vision, your goal is to tear down the prisons. You have to have a plan of action for the aftermath of it. Otherwise, you're just spouting utopian drivel.
Saying we should get rid of prisons, that's you already being hypothetical. You're already saying we need a world that does not exist.
Yeah, They can't exist.
So what do we do at that point, you dumb motherfucker?
Take them all out back, shoot 'em. It's the only thing that would qualify for that. That's how you would have to deal with criminals, is you're going to kill a lot of people so that everybody else falls in line, or they're going to get all Judge Dredd.
I'm not doing that clip justice because there's actually, he asks her the question, right? Like, how would that work? And she starts to say something stupid. And he's like, yeah. But how would it work without that? And that's when she comes back. Well, I don't answer hypotheticals, which I've seen politicians do when they're put in this kind of in this position. I believe it was a politician who was talking. Somebody running for, I think it was a seat in Seattle. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But this is what they do when, like, we see this with the Supreme Court nominees too. I can't talk on that because that might come up in front of me. I can't tell you what my thoughts are on that in general. Because when I first saw the clip, I thought they were going the South Park way. Because he's like, oh, well, how do we do this without police? And she's like, well, we would have people who step in. It's like police.
People who are assigned to handle enforcing laws. And a guy that's job it is to bake bread. And a guy whose job it is.
You just don't understand. You ain't been to college yet.
Oh, God, that was so accurate.
It really is. And the sad thing is that, you know, it's not wrong to be that way when you're young and dumb before you understand how the world works, or until somebody points out your own stupidity to you. But this has become the Democratic Party is just that stupid. And when you point things out to people, they just like, no, you don't understand.
This is what happens when you have an educational system that doesn't teach people critical thinking skills. You end up with these pie in the sky delusions and no one challenging them.
Yeah. Understatement says, you just haven't been to college yet, Monk. Beat you to it. Ha ha. Anyway.
May have been aspirational. So it's still an aspiration. It's still a goal. It's just not the primary one. Interesting. Also, her opponent said this.
People try to call me the establishment. I look at that as a slur, particularly as an African-American candidate.
So cancel.
What?
He considers being called the establishment candidate a slur. You know, as because a black man.
Black. He does know that there are a lot of black politicians around the world, right?
I was just because we all know that the United States is filled with black politicians. The Congress is, which is the seat that they're running for, is notoriously underrepresented percentage-wise of black people. Then how would, if you want to say ideologically, I find that offensive, okay. But how does as a black man come into that?
I don't know. Do you think Obama got upset when people called him Mr. President?
I can only imagine so.
That's fighting words. It's like the N word for black people. What?
It's probably why he killed that chef.
No,
allegedly.
That's because their alleged homosexual relationship would be exposed to Michael.
No, see what happened was they were doing it, and he was like, "Right there, Mr. President," and Obama lost his shit. He's like, "That's a slur."
Yeah,
and killed him allegedly.
Oh my God! It's like, oh, Mr. President.
This motherfucker just said being called the establishment is a slur as a black, especially as a black man. And I'm like,
are you so desperate to find racism that's what you came up with? That's pathetic.
If you don't want to be called establishment, it has nothing to do with your color, dude. And that is a very black man.
Just Fleetwood Mac stuck in my head now.
Just reminded me of me talking about my friend earlier. That is a very black man. I can say that. I'm a very, very, very white man. I'm almost translucent. Although, because I've been doing my gardening stuff, my forearms are nice and tan. I got a good farmer's tan going on. Yeah.
I
My
don't. I
nipples
stay
look out of
inside
place
most
because
of
my
the time.
chest is so white, but otherwise,
Well, take your shirt off. Get some sunburn.
I don't want to do. I told you the other day that where my garden is, you can see it from the highway. I don't want to blind people on the highway.
There's a man with a reflective mirror. No, that's his skin, ma'am.
Anyway, I don't know how we got on that. I'm so sorry. I'm not really sorry, but thank you for dropping our links, Dixie.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanksgiving or establishment is a racist slur. Your Democratic Party, sir. Anyway, my point is Francesca Hong's old tweets about defunding the police and whiteness and Thanksgiving, they were being all hand-waved away by AOC as just simply being woke one.
Woke one was crazy.
Woke one was crazy. But if you said woke one was crazy during woke one, you are a racist fascist Nazi.
True.
Uh-huh.
And you didn't have to say woke one is crazy. Just point out the craziness of woke one, like the idea of we have to get rid of Thanksgiving. You're retarded. You want to oppress people. No, I just think you're retarded. I mean, I could just want to oppress people. I don't, but I could, because two things can be true at the same time. Like I could just want to oppress people and they could be retarded. But in this case, it's just that they're retarded.
Yeah, oppression is a lot of work.
I don't have time to oppress people. I am busy sitting on my ass being like, man, I'm bored.
Yeah, there's things to do, like make sure gravity works, things like that.
The citation of woke.
Real quick, how many people in the audience start sentences on the regular, like when somebody asks you a question? How many black people in the audience start their sentences with "as a black person"? Because if you're not doing that, you really should, especially when you're talking to white people, because they will not know how to react. I don't very often wish I was other people, but I do wish I was black so I could do that. I would fuck with white people so often. Especially in this, I would do like the Hotep Jesus thing and go into Starbucks like, I need a free coffee. I'm black. If they're going to concede to you based on something so stupid, you should 100% take advantage.
Yeah. And well, if you're getting coffee as a black man, you have to get black coffee. That has to be the free one.
Blue Eyed says, as a woman, don't start a sentence that way because a whole bunch of us will be like, oh, God.
Yeah. Say, as a black woman. Even if you're
There you
not,
go.
nobody's going to call you out on it.
Woke 1.0 or woke 1 is now a common shorthand among parts of the online left to describe and distance themselves from what they view as a more dated or inconvenient aspects of the impassioned social justice activism they participated in during the late 2010s and early.
Again, I know it's semantical, but it's important semantics. It's not that it was it said more dated or inconvenient aspects. It's just the wording. It's just the wording. It's not an inconvenient aspect. It's that has fallen out of favor in the news media because it's been out of favor with normal people way back in the 90s when it was called political correctness. And they're like, you have to call them African Americans. Like, no, I just call them Americans and he's black. Because I don't separate us based on the continent we might have originally spawned from.
Yeah, plus it's rude to Jamaicans.
It really is.
Early 2020s.
And if you believe anthropology, we're all African Americans because earliest life is known to have started around there. Last I heard, that was where the oldest bones were found. So we're all African Americans. They don't like when you say that.
2021, Chai Osi, campaigning for New York City Council, tweeted, "A cis white man should not be the next speaker of the council." When a critic of his on X unearthed that old post earlier this year, Osi, now a council member, gave a pithy response. Woke one was crazy.
I'm kind of torn on that, and I'll tell you why. because at that point you're playing to the crowd in a way that benefits you. Like, hey, you guys don't like white people. White people shouldn't be in this position. And now you're like, come on, man. I was just playing. I understand it. He's a douchebag who shouldn't have any kind of power ever. That's what you should take from this.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't really. I don't know the guy, so I don't know if he's one of the true believers. But if he was just somebody who was exploiting the moment, I can't really hold that against him a whole bunch.
Yeah, look, grifter's good at grift, but
exactly.
Yeah, it's just the fact that most of these people haven't actually changed who they are. They're just changing the terminology.
Yeah,
and it's so transparent. But yeah, I have no problem with like the grifter class trying to clean up their act. That's their whole thing, is they're grifters.
The problem though, and I agree with you. The problem though, grifters should be like Pearl, a fat ugly chick who says stuff online, take advantage of dumb men, rather than our elected leaders. You should be smart enough to be like, yeah, you need to go sell cars or something, not get to make policy.
But I thought his name was Jeremy. Fat grifter.
Oh, that's another great example.
Oh,
Hassan's gonna come up in a minute. Go be Hassan. Do this shit on Twitch and YouTube, not in the halls of power in city, state, and local governments. I don't need you in the halls of Congress or in the, God forbid, presidency. Please let AOC win. Please let AOC win.
Don't you dare jinx us with that.
Frank, thank you so much. You know, this is the thing, because people are like, what about like who's that guy? I can see him, John Oliver, who was like, please run Trump. He did not want Trump to win. I really do want AOC to win.
I know you do. It would make great content till we got thrown in the gulags.
Yeah, I'm not kidding about that. I will be. It's all for a joke, but my job will be so easy with President AOC. Thank you, Frank. Coworker just asked if, what does it say? Softness. Is soup, if soup is a meal or a starter? Jack, can you help me with that? My eyesight's not good, and there's Frank, it's not your fault. I know there's just some typos. That's not a big deal, but
it looks like it's a typo. Sony started as cereal, so I think that's supposed to be soup.
Coworker just asked if soup is a meal or a son has started a cereal soup. I don't know what to say to your coworker other than cereal is soup, period. And it's not a starter. It's not anything else. Cereal is soup.
No, if you're talking about meal planning, you can have soup as a meal, or it can be an appetizer. It depends how much. I think that's the real question here. Is it a meal or is it an appetizer?
It's soup. But
yeah, it's soup. It's a liquid.
To your point, anything can be an appetizer as long as you eat it before you eat something else.
Yeah, it's all about portion size, I think, too. Like if you're having soup as a starter, you tend to have a smaller container of it, because that's usually how they bring it out. But if you're ordering soup as a meal, it's usually a bigger bowl.
Okay, the next one I can read, but is that Jiraiya who said that?
Yeah, Jiraiya.
My fucking eyes, I hate them. One side is playing by the rules, the other side is playing the rules. Generally, I agree with you. Frank, thank you. Sorry, typos. I tend to hit N instead of space. Dude, do not apologize for my inability to read.
Never apologize for giving us money.
Yeah, thank you for the donations, guys. But yeah, that's not your fault. Lots of times I see typos and I can figure out what they are, but the green and the yellow make it really hard for me to see the letters very well. And I don't know why. Those are the two that fuck with me. So it's hard for me to see the word, and then when I can make it out, if it's got a typo, it can be I just told people not to give me $5 or $10 donations, didn't I? Shit. No, I see those ones the best.
Give those to me then.
The one I see the best is red. The red one I can really
Yeah, I agree. Danger said, no, cereal is not liquid, Jack. Milk is the liquid. I'm not the one making this argument. I gave up on having this conversation with Monkey like 5 years ago. So don't drag me into this.
Jack is smart enough to know a losing cause. Don't have that argument with me.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Steve had a birthday on the 23rd. Fuck Steve. He's got the name Steve. No, Steve, for your birthday. Sorry, Steve, you got the name that I use as the asshole, so sorry. And because of that, this one's for you, my friend. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
To you.
Happy birthday to
to
you.
you.
Happy birthday,
dear
Steve.
Steve.
Is not a douche. Happy birthday,
to
you.
you.
Happy birthday, Steve. I hope you had a good one. I really do. Anyway, back to whatever the fuck is going on in this.
It all got a bit crazy back then. We did some jello shots and got on the bar and took off our tops and burned the city down and got people fired from their jobs for having opinions Obama had 15 years ago. You can't spend like 10 years bullying people into the most retarded asocial political opinions under the coercion of social ostracization or getting fired from their job, then turn around and just be like, that just happened. Mike.
Apparently you can.
This is one of the things about Shu that it makes me crazy, because she told us earlier she was an AOC fangirl. So while AOC was being that person, you were a fan, but now that she's like, that was so crazy, are you just mad that she stopped being the twat she used to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
now she does give reasoning for this, kind of. She's grown up, she's got married, she's had a kid. You know, she's no longer the little kid who's like, yeah, giving me all the free stuff sounds like the best thing ever, even if it is under the notion of cancel culture and whatever the shit woke is. And to her credit, she has always argued that the woke part of this is nonsense, but you need to understand that those two are connected. Do you know why they went so hard with the woke stuff and the canceling and all that? Again, controlling language controls everything, and communism necessitates fascism. It necessitates authoritarianism, and you cannot question. Those two are inseparable.
Yeah, there cannot be dissent.
So all of those lofty things that you think the government should be doing for us leads to all of the shit that woke did. They just did it out in the open, which they would have had struggle sessions in the past for. Be like, could you tone down the bullshit? But they were getting away with it because so many people in the media ecosystem believe the same shit. So anyway, sorry.
Career for like a decade has been calling this out, has been trying to tell the left and the Democratic Party that this woke shit was toxic and would drive people away from them. And for 10 years, I was called a racist, sexist, pick-me, fascist, Nazi, every ism under the sun. And now they're just conceding to that and acting like it never.
But they're not. They're not conceding to that. They're conceding that the rhetoric was wrong, not the underlying beliefs.
Yeah,
that is an important distinction.
She's missing that they're talking about branding and she's talking about ideology. And those are very different things.
From her perspective, because she does believe that stuff is crazy, she was telling them you need to excise this thinking. And they are like, we need to excise those words. And those are entirely different. They have not changed the underlying beliefs, Shu.
No, they're just changing the terminology and That's a frightening face she's got in there. Also, she's not that much younger than AOC.
They're
And
this. She actually mentions that in a moment. They're like within a year of each other.
But you pointed out something inadvertently. She matured. She got married, had a kid. AOC didn't do any of that. She's still stuck in that that 20-year-old mindset because she's a party girl who never had to grow up.
She was engaged because it gave her a moment to be the center of attention for being engaged, and then just hung out there forever.
Yeah,
and then
she's a lingerer.
Yeah, anything for attention. That's what happens when you hire a barmaid to be a fucking congressman.
Yeah.
Not to say there aren't barmaids who would make good congresswomen, but no, that's what I'm saying. You might serve a mean mojito, but that don't mean you should be up there making laws. I should be making all the laws.
As Supreme Leader.
Yes. Do you know how good your guys' lives would be if I was your Supreme Leader?
Do you know how incredibly terrifying your lives would be if I was your Supreme Leader? Just think on that, because I am a terrible person if I have power.
All right, we're going to take a vote in the chat. I'm not going to actually set up the poll thing because I don't remember how to do it and don't really care. But who are you voting for, me or Jack, for Supreme Leader?
Monkey's 1, I'll be 2. And yeah, if you want Asian love slaves and zero freedoms and maybe a moon base, I don't know. I'm sure we could arrange something.
As your Supreme Leader, I don't want you bothering me. I'm not going to bother you. Leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, you're not going to bother me, or you'll be on a pike out in the yard.
That's Mrs. Monkey. You're winning by far. People
Yay!
Impressed. See, that just proves something. Because you offer them Asian chicks, and they're like, I don't care what else you do to me.
Kiefer said, who's hotter, Monkey or Jack? Monkey is. He's better looking than I am, which is why I would have such an iron fist of domination, because I look a lot more like Michael Ironside, and he looks like Luke Skywalker.
I was asked if Canucks are welcome. Everybody's welcome, because under my regime, I control the world, not just the U.S.
Yes.
Yes,
although I will get Emperor of North America stenciled in Old English on my stomach like those thugs do.
I ain't no bitch dictator. I'm taking everything.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm going to turn the Middle East to glass.
I will have some rules. Like fat people, you can be fat, but you got to cover up.
No, all fat people be sent to the equator so they could sweat it off.
Sweat it out. All right, what the fuck was the video about again?
I don't know. I got distracted by shiny things.
Me too.
Never happened, and you just expect us to what? Move on? I've been like a dog chasing a car, and I finally got the car, and I don't know what to do with it. Like, first of all, why as a Democratic politician would you say this? You're basically saying like, yeah, MAGA was right. We were crazy.
This is a fundamental problem she has throughout this, is that, again, and I know we just talked about it, but it's because they're not saying MAGA was right. They're saying they need better messaging, not better ideas, better messaging.
Like, okay, what else are they right about then? Even from like an AOC fan point of view, this just makes her
even with the Francesca clip that we saw where she's like, I'm a cook, so bringing people together is always a good thing, but a lot of people are still hurt by Thanksgiving. She's not saying that do you still believe Thanksgiving should be canceled? She didn't go, no. She still said the same fucking thing. She just instead of being like colonizing are bad, she tried to emotionally manipulate you by going, it causes people pain. She can't point to a single fucking one. I bet it causes pain to her little half-white child as she beats the shit out of him on Thanksgiving for his sins for being half-white.
She only beats his white side.
I really do wish that that's how. Excuse me. That's how mixed race works, like the Star Trek thing.
Yeah, like right down the middle.
Like, you're half black, ain't you? How can you tell? Well, because you're literally half black. It would make for some great combination, especially if it just looked like somebody did it with pictures and just put two people together so the noses don't even line up.
It'd be like those Mad Magazine fold-in back covers.
Yes.
There'd be a serial killer out there that only collected half a person, though.
Yeah, true.
Look completely unserious and makes like the progressive movement look completely unserious.
Well, I mean, you guys do that pretty well on your own to begin with.
Yeah, the idea that them saying woke one was crazy is what makes them look unserious is do you remember the shit they were saying, Shu? None of it looks serious. The fact that it was taken seriously is disgraceful. These are people who unironically were like, we need to get rid of police.
Yeah, and prisons. That's not insane at all.
No. These are people who, without any sense of joking in their voice, are like, men and women are exactly the same. Like, but they're not.
You could transform into an entirely different gender, and there's no difference whatsoever, Monkey. You have to trust the science. Remember,
these like you can totally, as a man, feel like a woman. Well, can you feel like a cat? Don't be silly. Like,
sometimes you feel like a nut.
What the fuck you mean? This makes them look silly. Anyway. Communism can work this time. Come on.
Just keep trying. You'll get it eventually. Jesus.
Which it is. Why should anyone trust a politician who can get swept up in mass hysteria so easily? How can I trust that won't happen again? How can I trust in 5 years from now, you won't just call whatever it is you're advocating for now woke too? And
she's so close to getting it. I have this feeling with Shu so often. You're so close to getting it.
She's been indoctrinated very well, so it's a lot of deep programming. But yeah, I mean, first of all, never trust a politician. What are you, insane?
Don't tell me my neo-gender doesn't count. Bigot. Yeah. These are the people. There are 78 different genders. Yeah. Now they look like clowns. What I mean by saying she's almost getting it, you guys, is the idea is that you shouldn't have trusted this in the first place. How do I know they won't do? They will exactly do that. If it turns out that it's politically advantageous to be like, that was so crazy, girl, they'll do it again because the underlying philosophy hasn't changed. And I don't know if you know this, Shu, but if you actually take a look at most leftist thinking, none of it makes any fucking sense. None of it does. We should be at the place in America where our politicians are bored because they have so little to do. But instead, especially the left, just sit around making shit up. And the right, in many cases, has to stand around going, no, let's not do that retarded shit. And so they keep going. But we've come a long enough way, Jack, that we should have very little government work. It's actually kind of ironic that at the beginning of our country, there was less work done in Congress than there is now by like a huge margin because it took so long for everybody to get together. So they would just do as much as they could at once and then stop. I got to go home. The wife misses the colonial D, you know. And now these idiots, they're literally passing a bill to keep people in Congress from dating their subordinates, or even, it's not even just their subordinates, Jack. They're not allowed to date anyone who works in Congress. So let's say you're Senator Smith, and way over in Congressman Johnson's office, there's a chick that you like. You can't date her. Can't. Sorry. We gotta keep those penises away from those vaginas. That's the important work of the American politician.
Now, to be fair, it also will reduce the amount of gay Senate sex that is going to be filmed and put up on the internet.
That was illegal in the first place.
I hate facts. No, they just don't want their faces getting leaked.
It's one of those things that there's no need for this, but Congress got to find something, and women get upset about men hitting on them in the workplace. So we got to have a bill that stops it here in Congress.
Don't worry, if they attach it to voter ID, it won't go anywhere.
It's got bipartisan support. This thing's gonna pass.
Oh, it's what a waste of time.
Yeah, well, it's stupid, but you know. On Bill Maher's segment, he talks about this congressman. I forget who he is, but he had to just recently drop out of his race because for years and years and years and years, he's been giving gifts to his female staffers. Like, there's this one chick, she like broke up with her husband or something. I forget the exact details. So he paid for her to go to like Vegas for a weekend. Not with him, with one of her friends. He just gave her like, hey, you go on it. And the women came out and were like, I was scared. There's no hint that he was inappropriate with them, told dirty jokes, or tried getting in their pants. And they drummed this guy out of office because he gave gifts to women. And the women, instead of going, no, thanks, I don't want that gift, were like, I was so scared I had to take the all expenses paid trip to Vegas.
Yeah, oh my God, the horror. Somebody did something nice for you and you turned it around like that. That doesn't sound like he was doing anything inappropriate. It sounded like he was just being generous.
The only one who should be mad at him is his fucking wife for how much money he spent on other women.
Yeah, maybe it kept him from touching her.
Anyway. Rep Chuck Edwards. Is that who it is? Yeah. It's an insane case. The guy, the worst thing you can say about him is he was overly giving.
What a monster.
What a dick.
He probably tithes to charity too.
There was an ethics investigation that found he did nothing wrong. Yeah. There was an ethics investigation because he gave gifts to people.
Wow.
Out of his own pocket. There's not even like a suggestion that he was misusing funds. This is out of his personal checking account. And like, that motherfucker.
What a complete waste of everyone's time.
Hey, you can't have, that's almost a relationship there. You can't have that. Sorry.
Oh, fuck off, man. That's so stupid.
Hey. You gotta keep it separated like the Puritans. You know what we should do? We should just put them all in burqas, men and women. In Congress, they should all have to wear fucking burqas.
And women must wear a sheet with a hole in it. The guy can only pull his penis out of the little P flap on his union suit, so they can have coitus that way, and not face to face either.
We should get rid of all the bathrooms in Congress so there's never an exposed penis or vagina outside of home.
Oh,
Yeah. But this is what Congress does now because they have way too much time on their hands. They're like, hey, that guy, he gave her a gift. Fuck him, quick. Anyway, sorry. Get back to shoes.
No, I think your no bathroom policy would backfire since most of Congress is already wearing Depends.
Fair enough.
Dismiss it as crazy. Free Palestine. Woke 2 was crazy. Like,
she's making like they're silly. The population of Gaza has skyrocketed lately, and these lefty politicians will honestly say to you, they're genociding them.
that's the worst genocide in history if that's what's happening.
The population is booming. It's a genocide. We should be making fun of that right now.
Yeah, I wish we could seal off the Middle East.
What do you believe in? Could you imagine Republicans being like, January 6th one was crazy?
I mean, some of them kind of did that immediately after. So, yeah, I can't imagine that. Like, there was someone like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened ever in the history of ever. Because they thought that's what the press wanted to hear. And many of them have had to answer for it since. Because if you want to know who really controls our government, I mean, maybe it is the Jews because they control the media, is what I've been told. So it's the media that controls them.
The media's been awfully nice to Muslims, so I don't know
Yep.
about that one.
Basically, I said this all on Twitter, and people were like already making videos of it. AOC panics after shoe on head calls her. Like, that didn't even happen. Like, I don't think AOC even knows I exist. I love the thumbnail on.
You have a picture with her.
Oh, that doesn't mean anything. Do you think that chick would remember if you stood next to her?
She might not remember that you exist. She knows you exist. You literally shared the same space.
She probably thought that that she was a migrant.
I hate to be pedantic here, but I mean, she knows you exist. She might not know who you are.
Excuse me, whose child is this? She's really small.
This is one. She kind of embarrasses herself here.
Like, that didn't even happen. Like, I don't think AOC even knows I exist. I love the thumbnail on this one. Shoe bitch slaps AOC. Who the f is this? Is that shoe bitch? Ah, yes, the.
Sweetie, it's the way that the wording. It's shoe bitch slaps. Bitch slap is one term there. It's not shoe bitch. It's
Yeah,
shoe bitch slaps.
Even though Sean used Jennifer Love Hewitt's picture, I don't think that's upsetting. And learn what colloquialisms are out
What's
there.
that, Sean?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice it's actual Justice Warriors video. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
You could tell by the way the thumbnail's designed because he uses like the multicolored letters or words.
Do you know
like
how
that.
many people do that?
I don't pay that close of attention most of the time, but I subscribe to Sean, so
This
that's the only one I
is
see.
supposed to be a way to get your attention, but like everybody's doing it, so it doesn't really. I don't even notice. Yeah. Anyway, shoe misunderstands bitch slap here. Like shoe bitch. I kind of like shoe bitch though. She should take that on as a moniker.
Yeah, and I kind of like the way she looks like Jennifer Love Hewitt right there because Jennifer Love Hewitt's fairly attractive for an old lady.
It's a weird. I don't know what it is that's throwing me off about it because I see the Jennifer Love Hewitt, but I also see that chick who used to be on the show about making fat people thin. What's her name?
Jillian Michaels.
Yeah, she's kind of got that kind of. They made the face too thin and sucked all the collagen out of it.
Oh yeah, Jillian Michaels is kind of hot for a lesbian too. And by the way, I said Love Hewitt is old and used up, and she's like 5 years younger than me.
Yeah. No, I knew that that wasn't Jennifer Love Hewitt because the neck is not nearly long enough.
Yeah, the boobs aren't big enough.
That chick is a giraffe, and
she really is.
I'm not questioning her as a person. I'm just saying one of her ancestors chanked a giraffe.
I mean, maybe.
AOC. Who the f is this? Is that shoe bitch? Ah, yes, the infamous, notorious shoe bitch. Going around slapping women. Every time I log onto YouTube, I'm destroying and slapping and finishing on people. If you didn't know who I was.
That's true. I mean, I've done it myself. Like, oh, it's a shoe video. I can milk this shit. There's a weird cottage industry. I mentioned this last time we talked about her, of people responding to shoe on head videos.
Yeah.
And I'm not against it or anything. It's just, it is weird because she's not like highly controversial or anything like that. And most of her, I'm not saying she's milquetoast. She's normal. And generally speaking, normal doesn't get a lot of attention.
You would think I was some like psychopathic rapist.
Yeah,
and then you
exactly.
click on the video and it's just like I posted a tweet. Anyway, back to the point. When a citizen changes their mind on something, that's totally normal. That's totally natural. Many
Most of them are VTubers. That's not true. That's not true.
things can happen in the span of years. That can change.
Okay, maybe it is true that most of them are, but there are a plenty who react to her just because she made a new video.
Teacher said AOC was very excited to get a picture with Boxy.
She was.
Change your mind on something. It's
love you,
perfectly
Boxy.
normal to evolve and grow. And it's fine if you're a politician and you change your mind on something, but, and this is a big but, this is a fat ass. If you're a politician and you change your mind on something, I want to know exactly why you changed your mind.
See, this is what I was talking about with the fundamental misunderstanding. They didn't change their mind, Shu. They changed their rhetoric. I agree with you. It is perfectly possible to change your mind. You got some new information, come out and explain it. Hey, that's what I used to think. This is what I think now. But this is literally the Kamala Harris thing where, hey, do you still believe this? I'm not burdened by that. I don't want to talk about it because you might get upset with me. So we're going to talk about this other thing. I haven't changed my mind on that at all. No. But you know what I mean? There's no change of the mind here. You're a little bit naive if you think that with them saying woke one was crazy, that what they were saying is the underlying ideas behind woke one were crazy because they still believe that same shit. And you even showed it in this video.
When you changed your mind, be transparent. What about woke one, really woke two, in my opinion, don't you agree with anymore? Why?
They still agree. They just think that the rhetoric was wrong. Even AOC in that clip where she says, "Woke one was crazy," she doesn't say that the thinking of woke one was crazy. It was how they said stuff. That's it. There's still, wow, we only did 12 minutes of that video. There's still quite a bit of it. I'll throw it into chat. Go watch it, please do. Yeah, you guys know around here I'm a fan of Shu, and even when I disagree with her, it's usually over things like this where she's just so naive about this. I know you're young, but you're in your 30s now. You should be catching on. These people are insane. They're insane. They actually believe the stupid shit that they said, and they still believe it. They just don't want you to know that they still believe it. I mean, this is the Tim Walz, like, he put tampons in boys' bathrooms. No, we didn't. We just said they had to put them in all the bathrooms. We didn't force them to put it in there. We didn't go down with guns and do it. Like, but you did it. No, wasn't us.
Was me.
Yeah. It's like it's a PR disaster for them. It doesn't mean that they didn't do it. It's just become out of favor to do it the way they were doing it. So they're going to do the commie thing and lie to you and change their rhetoric to make it sound like they don't still believe the same things they believe.
Yeah.
So, like in Shu's case, I have seen her move more conservative. She doesn't want to be, but she really is. You're turning conservative especially by today's standards. But it makes sense because she's gotten married, she has a kid. Having a kid will change you, and if it doesn't, then you're probably too retarded to have kids. But stupid shit like we shouldn't have prisons, that goes right out the window when you're worried that everybody's wanting to try to touch your kid. Like, nope, I want the pedophiles all locked up. preferably in little glass containers filled with their ashes. But there's a change that happens with that as you grow up. And we've talked about this many times. Back in the day, you were expected to become an adult at 18. And now it's like, wait till you're 30. We've just made people retarded. And some of them, like AOC, I'm going to freeze my eggs. For what? For you're getting near 40. You're going to have a kid then?
Oh, God, think of that.
You're just as retarded now as you were at 20. So there's no reason to have a kid because you're going to be just as retarded when you have one.
You're going to have less energy.
I just love that she did that. That just makes me laugh so hard. Because so many people, she's so cute. She could have a kid anytime she wants. She don't need to be freezing those eggs. She can hump. There's people who apparently find donkeys attractive and want to do it with her. And she had one. She had a little, I don't blame her for not, having sex with a ginger, because or not having babies with a ginger. I already judge her enough for having sex with one. But look, the only acceptable gingers are chicks. Sorry, guys. Otherwise, you look like a clown. And I say that largely because my real father is one of those, and I fucking hate him.
Fair.
Yeah, I got daddy issues. No, she could go out and have a family. This whole I'm saving these eggs for some rainy day. Why? If the idea of having a child is like you're successful, you've stolen a lot of rearranged where money was to make yourself a lot richer. You have a job where you make almost $200K a year. There's no better time for you to have a child than right now, because every day that you wait, it's going to be harder on your body. There's a much higher chance. Now that you froze them, they're all going to be blue eggs. Let's be honest. They're blue gumballs coming out of that.
Frostbite now.
So if you're really thinking of having a child, just have a fucking kid. You don't even have to get into a relationship these days. You can just go down to a clinic and buy somebody's sperm. Or I would imagine don't wear panties in the seats when you sit in Congress, because just saying. I don't think very highly of our Congress.
Apparently.
But, God, I want her to be president so bad. I miss all the time. I miss talking about her so much that people are, you think she's hot. You want to bang her. Yeah. The ugly, stupid bitch. That's really who I want to put my wiener in. Anyway. These days you could be a single mother when you strangle your kids. True. But yeah, the whole notion of just putting it off. I mean, how performative is that? How performative? And then you look at AOC and like, well, when did you change your mind? You think she really did? This is a bar whore that Psycat found, or however you're supposed to say his name, Mr. Chakrabarti, found and was like, well, this, I almost used a term I know would get us in trouble on YouTube. Let's just say receptacle. Is that okay? This bar receptacle, she's totally worthy because she likes Bernie Sanders and we'll tell her what to say. And you're looking to her for some kind of answer on when she changed her mind on something, when she's never said she changed her mind. I like Shu, but she is a little bit naive on stuff like this. And I don't know if it's dedication to the left or just the woman thing where women, unless it's some bitch who's wronged them personally, they give way too much deference to people. Like, you Don't be so mean to them. A lot of people need more meanness in their lives. But anyway, Jack, that's where I was going to wrap this one up. I think the test went pretty good. So
Yeah.
I will plan to do a show tomorrow. Just do not, if you're awake, don't be looking at it from between like 3 and 4 in the morning, because apparently that's when they do maintenance. Yeah, right as I'm, awake looking for shit to do a show on. Yeah, so this worked out pretty good. I probably will still go back to the Starlink because I did notice some stuttering in this, but it wasn't horrible. And it was pretty good. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you so much to all of you who donate, because you guys are so awesome, and can't thank you enough for what you do for us. Jack, anything you want to show?
Yeah, I'll drop some links to some awesome videos that hopefully everybody will go watch. As always, thank you guys for the tips. It is greatly appreciated. This is our job. And thanks for coming out and watching the show and liking, sharing, and subscribing, all that happy stuff.
I thought you were taking Sundays off. This is Monday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to do a show yesterday except for that thing, but that was because it was going to be a test of this system to see if it worked. I didn't say I would never do a show on Sunday. I'm just not planning on ever doing shows on Sunday. So just if there was any confusion there. What does it say? Oh, yeah, that's all I got. Jack, a pleasure as always, my friend.
Always glad to be here.
Not bad for a test show. It went 2.5 hours.
No, pretty good.
I'm pretty sure my first test stream I ever did was only like 10 minutes long.
But you got to start somewhere.
You said you were trying yesterday. Yeah, again, trying yesterday because of the test nature of it. All right, it said pleasure as always. So, guys, take care of yourselves. Love you. And we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
I was trying to think of something clever to say, and instead I turned into AOC for a second. My mind just went blank.